We have all these, we all have these moments, right? I don't feel like anything at all. But yeah, can you then just notice it without the need to fix it? Just be with it. And do you also notice uh, how your state of being is influencing the outside, which there is no outside actually. Yeah, and I think this is the most difficult part for most people to really sense it. I mean, you can understand it conceptually. You hear my words. Blah, 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 blah. Uh, I can really sense now that there's no separate me. Everything here is me included in everything else, which there's no everything else actually. It's just me being all of this. And then when I entered here in the cafe where I work every day, it was quiet. The ah, Juanita, they call her Jua Jua. She was all alone and she was looking really tired when I came in. I asked, "Are you all alone?" Yes. And then she immediately asked, "Coffee?" Yeah, of course. And I set up my gear here and started looking at yesterday's videos because I've been editing out some of the channel introductions after a call with Tom. Because my channel don't needs introduction. It's pretty self-explanatory, you know. It's just a guy, just a talking head, talking about life and awareness and consciousness and awakening and the matrix. But right now, I can, you know, completely sense from from the outside, like I am not here, but I can see this whole reality, this whole matrix, this entire hologram, this illusion. I can clearly sense it now. That I, I, I notice there's some talking going on, and not just here, but there's a couple of Australian girls, I think, two, two, two pair of girlfriends, I think, and they're loud. But yeah, it's not there. It's not them. They are not loud. No, this whole appearance is loud. Is chaotic. I can clearly sense it. Like it's not me observing the chaos. No, it's me included in the chaos. It's there's no separate me. It's been a while since I had these kind of sensations. I used to think it's, they call it uh, disassociated or dissociated, but I think it's just awareness, being aware of this reality playing out right here, right now. Kind of feels like watching a movie, being in the movie, being the movie. And some people claim that you need substances to get to this point. Well, maybe I need it before, and then some doors were opened. I don't know. Might be true. But I am on no substances whatsoever except for coffee and nicotine. Yeah. And something to do with sleep. Holy crap. Can you hear them? Ah. Yeah, there might be some truth to being not fully present. Because now I noticed some shift, a slight change. A little bit more grounded. Yeah, itching balls. Yeah. Yesterday I published a video about once you're awakened, once you exit the matrix, then what? I see. I clearly remember the stages I went through, because it felt good, but there were moments like of total confusion, like who am I really? But yeah, that's the thing. That's I think it's the ego mind trying to create yet another identity. Yeah, now a memory pops up, an image of me standing in my living room in the Netherlands, and telling my girlfriend, I don't know who I am anymore. I dropped all identity. And she was laughing because she saw the confusion on my face. She loves those kind of things. Yeah. It was not like I was suffering or something. I was not suffering a mental breakdown or anything. No, I was just like, there was no identity left. It, it wanted to feel confusion, but I immediately noticed that wanting to feel confusion actually was yet another attempt of the ego mind trying to create yet another new story, because yeah, then it has something, to hold on again, like some form of identity. So yeah, this was, I think, about 4 years ago. So yeah, one could say it's an ongoing process, and if you let go of linear time, then I could say this moment has been, is still going. It's still going on. Things pop up in my reality, and yeah, there you have it, my reality. But right now, I also experience it as like reality in its, in this complete state, appearing in front of me. This is where words, um, yeah, they, I cannot fully describe it with words. I'm trying to, of course. Yeah, I think the analogy of watching the movie while being in the movie, being the movie. So it does feel like I'm inside of it, but no part of it. I'm all of it. How do you describe something like this? I mean, I can clearly, looking into this garden and everything. It seems like an illusion. It feels like an illusion. It feels like not real. It feels like uh, it's, yeah. Another way of how I described it previously is the look-in box. As a child, uh, we we used to build from an old shoebox. You take off the lid, the cover, the top. You make a hole in the side. From the top, you cut out a window, and you put, uh, yeah, sort of see-through paper. And then inside the box, you cut out little figurines, and you put them in the box. And then when you look through the hole, you look in the box. And yeah, it's like looking into a reality. This is how it feels now, like I'm looking into the reality while being inside the box, but not, uh, not part of the box, but being the whole box, but not being the box. Yeah, forget about it. Yeah, some might think right now, what what kind of drugs have you taken? What are you using? What are you on? Well, nothing. Nothingness and everythingness at the same time. Yeah, maybe you can imagine it. I guess, and I'm really just guessing, this is a result. Let's put it into linear words. This is a result of years of practice, practicing being in the observer state, being the observer, and also observing the observer. Just, if you notice, everything is just a story, and it's just all of it is just happening. If you let go of trying to have any form of control over it, as my friend Tom says, completely surrendering into everything that is, then there's no such thing as addiction or vulnerability or comments you have to respond to. The teacher role. But I can so understand people feeling reluctant or being reluctant to to go into this total surrender mode, because even surrendering is still a mode, is still a way of being, it's still a story. Which is fine. I mean, that's why we're here, I think. I think we are here to experience these stories, these fantasies. Even starting this video, it kind of happened. It's my habit. Every morning I sit here, and in no particular order, I record a video, I prepare a video to be published, I publish a video, and that's it. And now, I was editing out the channel introductions from, I think, the last 3 videos, because the experiment was to record a introduction to this channel to be posted separately. And whenever I set out to record such a video, then I'm not in the flow state. It's not happening. So I've experimented with doing it somewhere in the middle or in the beginning of a video when I was already in flow. And there's some potential material there, but it doesn't need to be in the video anymore. So I've taken them out, or I'm in the process of taking them out, but it takes a long time. YouTube is really slow at the moment. I was also uploading yesterday's video. You see, it's all happening at the same time. Even now, when I tune into these so-called realities happening, obviously in a different moment. When we speak about the past, for example, or when we speak about the future, if we speak about anything other than the here and now, then we basically create a separate hologram, a separate reality. And in this reality, we start to shape things uh, through using our imagination. And yeah, this is how I see memory. Uh, yeah, so whether this memory happened in the past or in the future, doesn't really matter because I I just noticed I went into this memory mode and then created a separate reality next to the reality that I also experience here right now. But both these realities uh, are created from the here and now. And yeah, I totally get it. If for you it might feel like, what the freak is he talking about? But yeah, sorry. For me, it makes total sense. So I'm just doing the best I can to put it into words because I do feel like uh, uh, this is a great opportunity to share these kind of experiences. Uh, and now my mind is trying to figure out a reason, but no, I don't need a reason. It just felt good. It felt aligned to do this right now. Yeah, I could even say this is this is when doing and being become one thing. When doing is no longer a project. When doing is no longer something you project uh, into the future, because when you project the doing into the future, you have attachment to outcome. You want it to go a certain way. But if you let go of uh, expectations, like this needs to go somewhere, or I want it to, or I wish it would, and yeah, it's basically just opening a door to a reality, and then this reality here connects with that reality there, and they basically become one reality. Uh, Sorry, guys. I totally get if you're not getting any of this. I just felt like yeah, sharing. uh, and seriously, no need to compare yourself with me. Yeah, like uh, he is already there. He's so much further than me. He's so much more aware. No, that's not what this is about at all. It's just, someone went to see a great movie. They totally love like musicals, for example. And yeah, I really don't like musicals in general, but I can still listen to them experiencing having a great time in the movie, and I just see them, enjoying. They really enjoyed it, and even talking about it, and they enjoyed it. So I just, I'm just present with whatever's there, and I don't need anything from it. I don't need to say I don't like musicals. No, just witnessing, being present in the moment. All right, I think that's about it. If you have a question, like right now, you can ask it and forget about linear time. Just ask it now. Say it out loud. How do I remain in this state? You know that's another story, right? That you should remain or that it's not permanent and that it should be permanent. I am in this state right now, and it's not like I'm enjoying it like, yeah, so wow, I'm finally in this state. And it's also not like there's no there's no attachments and no stories connected with this experience. It just happened. I didn't plan it. I didn't needed it or wanted it. I just noticed it. And yeah, the moment I turned on the recording, there it was. Yeah. Yeah, there was a thought slowly floating to the surface. Yeah, it's enough, long enough, video's long enough. So this video, this recording, is part of a collection. You can find in the playlists, and I will also add this link in the description, and I will put in an end screen while shift happens. And yeah, this is it. This is shifts happening, or a single shift happened. Oh my. Yeah, you can enter these playlists anytime. All the playlists I make, you can enter anytime, except for the reality check collection, which I recommend you watch from episode 1 until the next and the next and the next and the next. There's a build up because I reordered them. That's the only thing I have to say about it. Everything else you can just enter anywhere. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just, making a suggestion. Yeah, I'm, I will let you know in the next video how long this state continued. Right. See ya.